Welcome back to part 2 of my time in Havana, Cuba. I've got so much more to show you, from hidden gems, fun tours, fabulous entertainment, and of course, tasty food. Havana is chock full of things for every kind of tourist, be it culinary to cultural and everything in between. When I was in Moscow, I found a great little Cuban restaurant, oddly enough run by Colombians. So when I stumbled upon a Soviet restaurant here in Havana, I just had to pop in. Located on the Malecón, it's a good place for a cocktail and a snack. I'm here at the landing just before you go up top to La Guardia, which is a very famous restaurant here in Havana for many reasons. One, it's fantastic food. Two, it's historic in that it's been around for over 20 years, which is really important because only 5 restaurants remain from the government-run restaurant kind of regime, because as of late, they've finally allowed private owners to own restaurants, which is why there's been kind of an influx of more restaurants in and around Havana, but this is one of the original ones. The food is fantastic, and a lot of celebrities come here, and it's beautiful, so let's not wait anymore, let's go. La Guardia is a multi-level establishment that is home to one of the premier restaurants and bars in Havana. With each room and area boasting its own distinct style, it showcases local art, a great menu, and a beautiful rooftop bar that overlooks the city. Perfect for a romantic dinner or a party with friends, it's all around a great Cuban vibe with chic style. No visit to Havana is complete without taking a classic car tour. Old Car Tours is just one of those tour companies with a fleet of classic cars and great tour guides that will take you all over Havana, hitting up local hotspots, historic points of interest, as well as some things off the beaten path. Places like Fusterlandia, a neighborhood that has been completely transformed by local artist Jose Fuster into a whimsical folk art kingdom. The tour also takes guests to Old Havana, Centro Habana, Vedado, and Nuevo Vedado, and Miramar, 5 districts in and around Havana. Some of the attractions to see are the Capitol Building, Chinatown, Reina and Carlos III Streets, Revolution Square, Cristobal Colon Cemetery, Havana Forest, 5th Avenue, Malecón Avenue, Christ of Havana, and Morro Cabaña Fortress. Pickups and drop-offs are directly from and to your door. Old Car Tours is the best way to get a good sampler of Havana sights. Whether you're a Hemingway fan or not, a visit to Hemingway's house just outside of Havana is a great way to spend an afternoon. Left as he left it, it's a beautiful look into his life on the island. The Hemingway House in Cuba is located in a small, modest suburb of Havana named San Francisco de Paula, about 9 miles from the capital. Situated on a hilltop, the Hemingway House was first purchased by Ernest in 1940. Ernest Hemingway loved Cuba so much that he considered himself a Cubano Sato, which translates to garden variety Cuban. So in central Havana, just blocks from the Malecon, you'll find Vicky. Vicky takes up the entire block, and it's a restaurant with a downstairs and a really beautiful upstairs. It's got a dulceria, which is a sweet shop, and there's a bar and cafe, so you can come and get whatever you want at Vicky, and they've got plenty of veggie options. No trip to Havana is complete without coming to see a show at the Tropicana. It is legendary, a must-see, and I'm heading inside. El Tropicana is a cabaret in Havana, established in 1939 at the Villa Mina in Marianao, a lush tropical garden 6-acre estate. Enjoy a little taste of the show. Obviously, if you're spending time in Cuba, you're going to want to get some sand and sun time in. However, in Havana, there are no beaches within the city, so be sure to hire a driver or a taxi to get you to one of the local beaches. Well, in their heyday, the Beatles were not able to visit Cuba, and the Cubans weren't able to really get into the Beatles. So many years later, they got into them, and they have a yellow Submarine Bar here in Havana across the street from John Lennon Park. Let's go inside. The bar is super cute and such a great tribute to the Fab Four. A must for any Beatles fan. I love quirky bars and speakeasies, and Havana did not disappoint. Cafe Fortuna Joe is just one of those eclectic bars where anything goes. From a full-size carriage and half a car inside, as well as a bathtub and a toilet you can sit at, and a hodgepodge of all sorts of crazy collectibles, you're bound to have a good time at Fortuna Joe's. Last but most certainly not least is FAC. The FAC, Fábrica de Arte Cubano, or Cuban Art Factory, is located in Vedado. It's the best nighttime cultural hotspot in Havana. There's always something new to do, from theater, jazz, shopping, contemporary dance, concerts, DJs, art exhibitions and installations, and even hip dining. The best thing is, you can get a taste of it all in one night. I'm gonna do a little shopping here at the club. The great thing about FAC is that there's something for everyone. If you just want to chill with a drink and peruse the art gallery, do it. Want to dance all night? Do it. Want to have a romantic meal at a super Instagrammy cafe? Do it. It's all here at the FAC. it's time for me to leave Cuba. But there's more adventure to come, and I hope you'll join me on the next episode of The Healthy Voyager. Bye.